episode 6 of Urban Hour. I'm here in the studio with one of Dublin's biggest photographers. How you doing?
What's
Extra shot.
Good. Thank you for
Do you
having
wanna
me.
do you wanna tell us your real name?
Do I? Good question. Yeah, no, I will. My name's Cathal Concannon. Simple as. Actually, fun fact. I'm originally born in Kazakhstan. Don't know if you knew that.
Oh
Little
shit.
twist.
Okay.
So the birth name I have is Boris Sheshkin. So
So where does Cathal come from?
so I was adopted at the age of 2. Came here, and my parents here were like, you know what, gonna call him Cathal. Don't know why they decided that. I prefer Boris, but fuck it.
Say that for us one more time. Your birth name?
Boris Sheshkin.
Oh
So it's
my
Russian.
god. Oh my god. I didn't know that. I thought you were like, I don't know.
Fully Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when people say
Cathal,
that.
Cathal, like I did because you don't like have, I don't know, that look about you, I suppose.
Some people say that. It's strange. A lot of Irish people look at me and say I look Irish. Foreigners or foreign people look at me and they're like, no, you're definitely foreign. But they can never tell where. So.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't have known, not for shit. Like, okay, so Cathal has been heavily involved with basically anybody in the industry when it comes to visuals in the last. How long have you been doing this for?
Just over a year now.
So in the last year, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're just here to talk about his career.
Yeah, let's call it a career.
So let's just start with you've had a random, and was it random? Well, the recent Instagram change.
Change. Oh, okay. Not random, no. I've changed it twice. I've changed it twice recently.
Mm-hmm.
The first change, so originally I started doing the white borders
Okay.
and I started posting so much. I didn't like it, but I was so indecisive I couldn't pick which picture to post, which picture not to post, so I just posted anything I liked.
Right.
And that annoyed me. That annoyed everyone seeing it on their newsfeed. So I was like, no, I'm scrapping that. The white
How
borders.
often would you post?
Man, I've posted like a few times a day. Like 3-4 times a day.
Yeah, man.
Because
I think that would annoy anybody.
It's the way the layout was. It would be portrait, landscape, portrait. The next tree in Instagram would have to be landscape, portrait, landscape to match up. It's the shape. It matches up.
Yeah, I get
It'll
you.
be off otherwise.
Yeah.
So I got rid of the white borders because I think it looked unprofessional and it took a lot away from the picture itself.
Okay.
So I took out the white borders originally. So I started putting people's names or their Instagram name
Yeah.
as the main picture and the profile. I liked that for the beginning, and then I looked at my page and it looked like a mess. So I scrapped that again. Now I'm doing 1 post or 2 posts a week, sometimes 3. No name in front and just 1 picture.
Does it feel weird? Are you getting like withdrawal symptoms from
I
posting?
actually am. I'm planning a post right now after this, because I'm not used to it. I haven't posted in about a week now. And my views are gone down by half, like profile visits.
But to be honest, like when you posted more, I think if you think about it, like if you were posting like 4 different people's pictures, right, in that day, and then they were sharing it on their stories, like the amount of like, publicity in
Yeah.
just a day, it would have been crazy.
It was, but I think I went too much. I think I could have settled down a bit.
Okay.
You can always go too far and then too little. I went too far.
Yeah, you don't want that thing where it's like you see extra shot everywhere.
Yeah,
And
well,
then you're
I
like,
do, but not to the point where people kind of get sick of me.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Right. So you do more than just pictures. You're a student?
I am a student, technically. We'll call myself a student.
Why?
I'm enrolled in DIT, doing mechanical engineering in 2nd year.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't been to class since Christmas, I think. After Christmas break, we came back, and I went to 1 class, and then I was gone again, because
You don't have any like attendance practicals?
I do, but I just couldn't force myself to sit in a class anymore. Doing something I knew I didn't want to do in the future, with people that didn't really motivate me. Like I had my few friends,
Yeah.
but overall it wasn't a very comfortable experience for me. So last year, halfway through 1st year, I got so bored of class, I started skipping class. I was like, what should I do? I found my dad's camera, started taking pictures of my friends from class when they were on their break. It was all fun and games until Christmas just gone.
So you
So
were
that-
chilling.
Yeah, just chilling for ages.
Okay.
And I passed though. I passed
All right.
because I studied for the exams. I just wasn't in class. And then this year, I skipped more. I skipped labs, so I was bound to fail. So I was like, if I'm failing, why don't I take photography more seriously? So I started focusing on it more. But then I found out it is my passion. It's the only thing I want to do. Photography, videography, anything with a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's editing, something creative. I've always been creative. But my parents are typically a typical Irish family. They kind of look down on that. Like, you can't make a suitable
Okay.
living, etc. So that always scared me. But now I'm finally saying to myself, do what you love. And if I earn minimum wage when I'm 50, but I'm fucking loving what I'm doing, I'm going to do it.
That's it,
So
man.
that's why I was like, you know what? Start doing more work, shoot
That's
every
sick.
day.
That's sick.
And now I am shooting every day, paid jobs, collabs with different creative people, and it's amazing. I love it. So I wouldn't want it any other way.
So oh man, I like that. That's a good attitude. I don't think that many people have I'd say the balls for it to just
True, because a lot of my
Go for it.
friends kind of have the same opinion of me. They want to do something different, not along the educational way.
and
Go.
these are mechanical engineering students as well.
Everything, all these nonsense like astronomy. I don't even know how to say the word.
They're just there for the sake of being there, though,
Yeah,
basically.
their parents. It's the typical way to go
Okay.
years ago, and people are too scared to go off that path. But I'm just a strong believer of it's your life you're living. You're not
Mhm.
living for your parents.
Yeah, of course.
Like, be thankful for them, have them around, no problem. It's amazing to have them. Someone supportive, whether that's parents, family, friends, anything. But in the end of the day, they could be gone tomorrow. You could be here.
yeah.
So you need to focus on what you want to do,
Okay.
and then whatever happens, happens.
And as good as you are, would you consider an educational path, but went with photography, like do like some sort of I don't know even if there is like courses, but would you do like that kind of thing?
That's what I'm thinking for next year. So I have my eyes on creative media in IT Tala,
Okay.
or film and broadcasting in DIT.
Okay.
Because as much as I believe I don't need a course to
Mhm.
go where I want to go, I feel like it's extra education I don't have already. I'll learn editing, I'll learn all different software, everything practical, and I'll meet new people. And I feel like it's not needed, but it'll definitely
It'll give
help
you that
me
little like
edge, I think.
what's it called? The professional
Yeah,
photographer
exactly,
rather
exactly.
than
I'm gonna
just like photographer.
Yeah, who skips
Okay.
class?
So you don't call yourself a student anymore when you're talking to people. When you're like meeting them for the first time, you're not like, yeah, my name's Boris and I'm a student.
Bars.
And I'm a student. You'd
no.
say what?
I'd say
Your
what-
title.
I call myself creator. So my personal Instagram is called the creator.
Okay.
So my friends call me the creator. So I'd just say I'm a creative, I'm a creator. And then they'll ask me questions and I'll explain what I mean by that. So, but no, I'm not a mechanical engineering student.
Okay.
It's not for me anymore.
I rate that. And how would you describe your work?
Oh, good question.
Now, that's very broad, and I know it's very
Yeah.
broad. But in terms of like, start off with like your photography shots. Like, how would you go about describing them? Because I know it's not just like the pictures themselves. You do a little bit of editing as well.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. So, this is good. Okay. Creative, basically. I don't like this. I don't have a style where I'm like, oh, I'll just do fashion, I'll just do street. I mix it up completely. I've done concerts, I've done street, I've done fashion, I've done basic stuff too. As long as it's different in some way, I'll do it. I hate basic because you will not stand out. And in this game, you need to stand out and you need to work hard.
it is a heavily saturated market at this
Very.
stage because, like, I think anyone with an iPhone at this stage considers themselves to be.
Yeah, they think they can take a good picture, but we'll see.
So what makes you stand out then?
Oh, I don't know if I stand out. I want to stand out, and that's my aim.
That's a very humble way of.
Yeah, I guess so. Other people stand out, definitely. That's what I noticed. But then again, if I ask someone else, they could say I stand out. It's all personal opinion.
Yeah.
The reason, well, not the reason. I want to stand out, and by doing that, I need to add my creative side into the picture. So I need to put more effort into thinking about the picture rather than just getting the camera, going outside on the street and just take a normal picture. I'm going to think about the colors. I'm going to think about a meaning behind the picture, and recently started buying props for my pictures. So I want to invest in my pictures because I think the investment's going to come back. And the number one thing I always say to myself, invest in yourself first, and then all those little treats and goodies will come whenever they come. Like, that's just the way it is.
Okay.
It's the main way of getting to where you want to go.
Mm.
So recently I did
So
a shoot.
so the money is really not a motivation or a concern for you at all.
Well, money's always a concern for everyone.
I mean,
I know what you mean. I know. I think for most people anyway. For me, it's definitely a motivation. It's not the main motivation, but it's always there.
yeah.
Everyone wants money. It helps them. It doesn't bring happiness, but it can lead to something that does bring happiness. If that makes sense.
Bring a better life. Okay.
And people are more comfortable if you have money. But no, it's definitely not my main focus. My main focus is, one, to make my parents proud, to prove them I can make a living off this, and I can go far, and I can enjoy myself. My second focus is to secure enough money to raise a family. I'm confident I will have enough money to have a house and a car when I'm older, but that's a whole different story, having a family. You need to pay for, 2 other people if you have more kids, etc.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money, and I want to make sure I can earn that through photography. So, and to make people proud, to make people enjoy photography too, enjoy my work. I don't want to be famous, but I want to be recognized. I want someone to say, hey, I like your work. I respect what you're doing.
Okay.
And yeah, they're my goals, basically.
I like that. So you mentioned you've done fashion, street, everything and anything.
I try everything.
So talk about like your most recent projects, I suppose. People you've worked with, brands you've worked with.
Okay, I've done a good few work. I'll probably forget a few people, so sorry if I do. A lot of my friends are starting clothing companies. So
Okay.
I have my friend Lil Hippie. He has a few tops coming out. So I took pictures for him. 1+1 have an event coming soon. I'll be taking pictures at that. Many people will know Jafaris, the urban artist in Dublin. I've taken pictures for him at his launch party and everything. I'm part of a company called IY Kings. We do events. So we have Style OG coming this Friday. So what day is today? Wednesday. 2 days from we're speaking. We had, who did we have? Tingy Schreider? Yeah, a few months ago. So we do nightclub photography there.
Okay.
I'm in contact with a few magazines to do work for them.
You're busy.
Lucy's Lounge, the vintage shop in Temple Bar, doing stuff with them, and Diamond Piece.
They're closed now.
Lucy's Lounge?
Yeah.
No, no.
Really?
Yeah, it's the pink shop opposite Urban Outfitters.
Yeah, I thought that's
There's a basement.
I think they've become Dublin Vintage Factory now.
Well, the woman who runs it hasn't told me yet, so.
Oh really?
No.
Okay, I might be wrong, but I think
could be wrong too.
I think Dublin Vintage Factory, their Smithfield factory, or it's not a factory, but their Smithfield shop recently closed down because there's some building related shite going on, health, safety, I don't know.
That's strange. I didn't know about that.
I think they've moved into Lucy's
Lounge. Okay. Maybe they moved away somewhere else then.
Maybe Lucy's has moved.
But anyway, I've done work with them,
right,
and we're in contact for more work. Some very exciting shots to come. And Diamond Piece, I'm very good friends with most of the group there.
Okay.
And we've stuff coming up too, hopefully. So a lot of people. And actually, my friend Johnny, he's releasing a clothing brand called Exclusive. So I'll be going to London with him to do some shots there. They'll have some exclusive pieces in the 1+1 launch too.
I've seen the brand lineup. It's looking good.
It is.
Okay. And that's a lot of people.
And there's more.
And there's more.
I can't remember everyone.
Of course,
I'm very forgetful, but.
Okay. So, considering now you've worked with people higher up in the chain and then people just starting out, is there a difference in, say, their attitudes towards you? I suppose who's more willing to who recognizes more as an art? So I suppose who's willing to pay you more, or has it been have people's attitudes towards photography been the same?
I don't think it depends on how high they are. I think it depends on who they are.
Okay.
So you could have someone very basic, started off, just picked up a camera, and they have such a love for photography, and they will respect any work, everyone's work, and they'll love it. And we could have someone further up, maybe for whatever reason, they don't have a love, they're in it for the money, fame, whatever, they won't respect it at all. So it completely depends. Higher people might not care about my photography. They just want someone who has a big name already,
Okay.
just to put that on beside the picture. They might not be great at taking pictures, but as long as they're like, oh, this guy's super famous, I want him.
Yeah.
That's how they'll act. Other people will see the quality in my pictures rather than my name. Like, I'm on 2000, which is fine, but there's higher up, and that's what
You
some
plan
people
to
look
grow
for.
it as
Oh,
much as you
definitely.
can. Okay.
I've gained, I think, roughly 1,000 in the last few months, couple months. So I'm aiming to keep going up and up.
And do you get the odd DM from people being like, yo, want to work with you, how much you charge, that kind of stuff?
I do, and I like it. It didn't happen before Christmas. That's when everything happened after Christmas. I call 2018 the year I learned, 2019 the year I lived. So this is where all the
Ooh.
work's coming in.
Okay.
Magical. So yeah, I get the odd DM now and again, clothing companies, just people looking for pictures, artists looking to do work like album covers, music videos, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And my most favorite messages are people just messaging saying they like my work, and it never happened before. And when girls talk about getting loads of DMs from guys saying they look good, I now know how they feel. I don't know why they're complaining. I love the compliments. It's lovely.
That's sick. So within the space of the year, like in terms of, let's talk firstly investment. So you found your dad's old camera.
I did. It's a Pentax XR, if I can remember correctly. Pentax XR.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it useless.
Is that what you're still using, or have you upgraded?
No, I've upgraded. If you tried to buy that now,
I can tell from the shots. All right.
Yeah, it's probably worth a couple of hundred if you bought that right now,
Okay.
which is the same price as my small lens. But I noticed it's actually, when I first got the new camera, which is the Sony A7 Mark II, my little baby. As for the first while I was getting used to the camera, I noticed my shots look exactly the same. The only difference is if you zoom in, it might be better quality.
Okay.
So, and that's what a lot of people worry about. They're like, I don't have enough money for a good camera, blah, blah, blah. And you hear all photographers say it, but it's true. You don't need a really good camera. You need a really good mind, a nice eye. You need to notice colors, stuff like that. That's what you need.
Okay.
You can do that. That's why people with their phone are still taking nice pictures, because they can see that.
Yeah.
The quality is the camera, but the picture itself is you. So
how did you then realize that it was actually a good camera? What changes did you make to your, I suppose, routine? Do you have a routine?
Well, I think the main reason I got a new camera was to take pictures in the dark, like nighttime pictures.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And some cameras are really good at that.
Yeah.
Preferably more expensive ones. So that's why I initially invested in a better camera. So that's the main reason I saw like a quality difference. And as I got to know my camera better in a way, got to understand it more, you learn.
It's like a
the
relationship.
It is, because they're complicated. You need to know like the perfect settings for everything.
Yeah.
And that changes slightly within cameras. And once I got to know that, I started getting better pictures. I got more comfortable too.
Okay.
And when you're comfortable, it's easier to take a good shot. So I don't know, it's more experience that kind of.
So you got confident in yourself, basically,
yeah.
as time went on.
And then people just notice the quality in the camera, and it's good to say you have a good camera when you're going to work. If you come in with this big lens, it looks professional. And no, it's true though.
The bigger the lens, the better the photographer.
Not the better the photographer, but it's definitely a good image. If you're going to a meeting or weddings, for example, if you have your wedding and a photographer comes with a tiny lens, tiny camera, you kind of get worried.
Yeah.
Because to the general eye, the bigger the better in a way. Which isn't true. It's not true by any means, but
suppose it depends on the type of photos as well you're taking.
Very true. Yeah, very true. But for example, with my camera, the A7 Mark II, it's a mirrorless camera. A lot of photographers will understand that term. It means, so you got your DSLRs, which uses a mirror to deflect light onto the sensor. The sensor is what captures the light to make the image.
Okay.
Mirrorless cameras, as the name, there's no mirror.
Okay.
So it's a lot more compact. So it's a much smaller camera than what people would be using years ago. It's more expensive, but it's easier to carry. Because of its size, if you walk around with that, people might not even notice, oh, that's a serious camera. That's why there's this battery pack you attach to the bottom, which holds an extra battery, and it makes the camera look bigger, so you look more professional. So I got that. But yeah.
How, like, this is always something I've wondered now. I suppose it's to do with any sort of tech. Like, I'm very lazy with my laptop, and I just throw it into my bag. Do you have like a little the pouch thing, or you just throw it around your neck and go?
I have my camera bag beside me right now.
Oh really? Oh wait, let me
grab it now. That's it there, and you open up the back side, and there's loads of little sections for all the little bits and pieces.
So you keep it on you all the time?
Yeah, I try to. I think I have my bag with me nearly every day, unless I have a rest day, which are important. Because in case someone messages me last minute, I need something done. I'd be happy to help.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dedication.
And I definitely keep it safe. Apart from that one instance, it fell, but I don't want to get into that.
I suppose anyone who calls their camera their baby keeps it safe.
Exactly, you have to.
What happened when it fell? What?
God damn it. Shouldn't have brought that up. Let's just say I was in Starbucks, as I usually am.
Mm-hmm.
I was editing pictures after a photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Left the camera in the center of the table while I'm editing.
Mm-hmm.
And someone bumped into the table. It fell. I don't know how it fell when it was in the center. And it smashed. And I thought the camera itself smashed. But there's a protective glass you can put in front of the lens, which is called a UV filter, just to protect the front of it. That's what smashed in the end. So I'm there thinking I've lost $1,000. The lens is worth $1,000, and then the body itself is worth over $1,000. So
Okay.
I'm there thinking so much money gone. My parents think I'm in class. How do I explain this? Turns out it was just like a €30 filter, so I just replaced that in the end. But probably the worst day of my life last year. So yeah, you always have to keep it safe, especially when you put in a big investment into it. So
there's no coffee on that table, was there? Okay, so you're talking about editing your apps there, or your
pictures.
You're editing your pictures there.
Yeah.
Do you have certain go-to apps or programs you use?
I do indeed. Adobe. That's what I use. Adobe. They have Lightroom. A lot of people have heard of that, or Photoshop. That's by Adobe.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's heard of it. But yeah, that's what I use. There's a few other apps that people might use on Mac.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't have a Mac, and that's one of the best editing apps out there. Like, all the professionals use it, so
I suppose.
that's what I use. Pretty simple, I think.
And do you take any more pictures on your phone? I suppose, have you ever gone to an event, say since December, since your year of living started? Has there been events you've gone to enjoy and not take pictures at, where you've been, and then it's come to you're like, the fuck, I need to take a picture? And
that's it. The reason. Oh, okay. Let me think. Any events? No. Wait, there was one. I'm trying to remember which one. I remember someone asked me to go to take pictures for them, and last minute I looked at my camera bag. I was like, I'm not bringing that. I just want to go and have a good time.
Okay.
And I just went and had a good time. I didn't take pictures. They didn't notice. It was fine. Which event was this, actually? I can't remember. Oh, it was... Nope, can't remember at all.
But basically, phone photography is not a thing
Not
for you at
me.
all.
Not with my phone. It's old now, so it's pretty useless. For
Android?
Yeah. Don't hate on it, okay? When I got it, it was better than any iPhone out there. It's got 24 megapixel camera. It was the bomb. But now it's like 3 years old, 4 years old. So.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't use my camera much. My phone much, sorry.
So you have worked with brands, and you have worked with models and people and so on. Has there been any photography collabs, I suppose?
Yes, loads. When I first started off, there's this guy called Witness. He goes by 5am Arts. A lot of people might know him. So first, when I started taking pictures of my friends, they told me, oh, this other photographer told me to take pictures with him. I was like, oh, who's this person stealing my friends? So I was holding a grudge for a while until I met him. And he's a lovely guy. We've been friends ever since. And he's helped me along the way. He taught me how to use the camera.
A mentor?
In a sense,
definitely.
Okay. So I owe a lot to him to get where I am today. And yeah, he's been a good person to have around, definitely. I can't remember the question, but...
just collabs, like people you've worked with.
So ever since then, we collab a lot. We meet up a lot. We haven't recently, but we are tomorrow morning. Um,
And you work on projects together, basically. You
yeah,
consult
we
in
help
terms
each
of.
other out.
Okay.
If we need help, he's the first person I'd go to. I'd probably be the first person he goes to. And then from then we'd meet other photographers together. So it might be the three of us, and then we started to branch out a lot more, be a lot more independent. And yeah, I constantly work with other photographers, whether it's someone higher or lower, it makes no difference. Whether they help me or I help them, it's all fun, and yeah, I enjoy it definitely. There's some good photographers out there. They're all my friends. There's Tessie Kispik on Instagram, Dan, King Photography. My friend Jonathan, who's only starting off, he's really good. Sin Rose, there's loads of people. Fanatic, oh yeah, definitely. Dublin, they're up in their game.
Okay.
Quality out there.
That's sick to hear, though. And you've worked with people, and the people you've worked with, and your own style as well. Does it represent anything? Do you have like an inspiration when it comes to?
Pictures?
Yeah.
An inspiration? No, I don't think so.
Or like an influence, I suppose, even.
No, that's one thing I've always noticed myself. When it comes to music, photography, sports, I'd usually, well, not sports, I'd usually like a song by itself, not specifically the artist. So,
The art and not the artist.
yeah.
Okay.
So, music, photography, I might like one picture, doesn't mean I'm inspired by their whole work.
Okay.
So, when I see a picture, I don't think about the artist. A lot of people would. I'm just different like that. I just see the picture, I respect the picture, I'm like, good job. I don't see the whole work, I'm like, you're a really good photographer, you inspire me. I don't get inspired because I have my own way, I have my own style. If I get inspired, I'm going to be copying someone's style. Even though you're going to be changing it,
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Adding your
copying.
own touch.
Yeah, but I don't see a picture, I'm like, I want to take that. I see a picture, I'm like, I like the idea, let me do something better and see how that goes.
So there's nobody even like in general you could think of like top of the top of your head and be like, their stuff is sick.
Oh yeah, like my friends. I respect their
No,
work
I
so
mean
much,
like
but
you know the more
Um,
renowned type of shit.
not in a way. I don't know if it's cocky or if it's confidence. If I see a picture and I think it's sick, I think to myself, I could do that and I can do it better. Just give me time. So that probably is the reason why I don't get inspired as such, because I feel like I want to take a picture like that,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't think how good it is. I just think, let me do the same thing. Let me get that quality too.
Okay.
But I don't know if you've heard of Peter McKinnon. He's from Canada. He's a YouTuber and photographer, filmmaker, and I love his YouTube channel. Not as much as pictures; they're lovely too. But his YouTube channel, I think he's
You don't sound convinced. They're lovely too.
no, they're great pictures. But I think he excels in his YouTube channel. A great entertainer. The way he presents himself, he's so interesting. He loves coffee like I do. So in a
Same.
way, if I get into YouTube, that's I want to do something like he does. He inspires me in YouTube,
Okay.
but not photography.
Okay. And now let's talk a little bit about the videography aspect,
Lovely.
because you've when we first spoke about it, you said you made an Instagram account
Mm-hmm.
to put up your videos so you wouldn't annoy people
Yes.
on your main one.
Yes. It was more of a way to keep my videos out there without keeping it on my phone. And if people happen to see it, they happen to see it. If not, who cares?
But it's not like a.
I don't focus on it. It's kind of like a side project. When I make a video, I'll put it there, and I'll put it on my IGTV too.
Okay.
But it's definitely not a focus at the moment. The reason why, I actually don't know.
Is there like a say you have an hour to give to creating content?
Mm-hmm.
How many minutes of that? No, the hour is given because it's the hour. I know
Okay.
shoots and shit take ages. But say you have the hour and you're given some time to the pictures and some time to the videos. How many minutes do the videos actually get in comparison?
Strangely enough, I much prefer taking videos because that's the way I want to go.
Seriously?
Yeah, because I want to make short films and movies, and I think that's the way of photography too. You can only do so much with photography. I think you could do a lot more with videos. And I think it's a bit more fun because it takes more time. And like in all fairness, it pays better too. I'm not gonna lie, that's true. But so let's say if I go to an event, I'll take a few pictures, and if I like the event, I'll take more videos because that's something that I can play with. Or if you take a picture, change colors, contrast a bit, take a video, you can put this video beside this video or a completely different way. So I think it's a bit more fun, a bit more creative. I'm just more confident in my photography at the moment because I have more experience. But video is the way to go for me, definitely.
Is there a time frame you've given yourself to like branch into it? I suppose, like make it your main focus, or is that just thought at the back of your head? You're just gonna keep going for now and then.
No, I do a fair bit of videos myself. I have a few music videos coming soon. Well, the production of them coming soon.
I would ask you who, but I guess that's confidential.
Confidential for now. Not because I can't, more because it's either not final or they don't want to mention anything till it's out.
Okay.
But they're definitely on their way, and I feel like that's going to change the game for me in videos. Once my videos are out there, people will see, and more people will come to me for videos rather than pictures, and then that'll take its steps from there. But definitely some good stuff coming soon, I think.
Moves being made.
Big moves.
So, in terms of 2019, so you have a lot of stuff coming out. Is there an overall goal for this year? Is it just doing as much as possible, I suppose?
Well, no, I think...
Is the goal to drop out?
Goal definitely dropping out. That's happening for sure. But photography, the goals. Money-wise, I feel like I want to start earning a reasonable amount to be comfortable, so I can pay for food each week. I can treat my friends when it's their birthday. So I want to up the amount of paid work I do and how much I get paid, because I'm only seeing now my work is better than I thought. I'm not saying it's amazing, but I think I always underestimated myself, and I feel like I can up the prices too because I put so much work and time into it. It's worth it, so it only makes sense.
Is it like a website or like some sort of e-commerce type of shit? Like in the makes, like would you have I know your Instagram is probably the main way, you know, you're getting your DMs right now, but what if, you know, it got to the point where it's so busy that you're like,
I need a website or something.
Yeah, you just email me, like, and if I feel like getting back to you, I might.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But it's not in the works at the minute. Like,
no, I had the idea of the website, but it takes money and it takes time, and I'm too focused right now improving my game, getting my name out there. Once that happens, once I'm more stable, then I'll start working on all the little extras like websites and stuff and business cards and stuff. But at the moment, I'm pretty set forward, just getting my name out there, getting experience and learning for now anyway.
I'm making money.
Yeah, the bags.
Okay.
But other goals actually, just to upgrade some equipment. I feel like then I could do more types of videos.
Okay.
Because different lenses do different things for different scenarios. Definitely travel, so I have a few trips coming up too, but I want to do more.
Are they photography trips, like other than the one you mentioned with Luxclusive to London?
Luxclusive London. I might be going to France to learn about video.
Where would that be? Would that be a school or?
No, it would be with one of my friends who is from France, and he knows a lot of people over there who can help me.
Okay.
So that'd be learning, experiencing, and working.
So you don't have a problem actually learning from people, but when it comes to the work itself, it's more the work, not the person. Okay.
I'd learn how to do it, and then I'll do it differently. So let's say that's what
you wanted to say better. You wanted to.
It's personal opinion, but yes, in a way, it's like maths. I'm a mathsy person. I want to learn how to do the question, but I'll do it myself, and I might do it a different way. But as long as I know the steps to make a video, then you add your own creative touch.
Right.
And I think that's the same with everyone. We all have to learn, but we make it different.
Right. So is that it then in terms of projects for the year?
For the year, let me think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a few stuff that I can't say at the moment, that are in the works, some pretty big stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna keep that a secret.
Okay, so this show always has an advice segment. Well, for most of them anyway. Sometimes people just give stuff along the way. Now, you've done that a little bit, but for anyone listening who is trying to get out there and make a name for themselves in the same industry, what would you give as, you know, like the basics of getting yourself out there, as a paid photographer, getting people to pay you to do what you do, or a videographer, whichever?
To get paid, don't focus on getting paid to get paid, if that makes sense. You have to start off doing free work, because you can't just jump into the game and expect money. They'll be like, who is this person? Where is their work? You've no experience. You need to get your name out there. That's the most important thing, I think. Go to events. Don't wait for them to ask you. I went to events where I brought my camera and I took pictures, and then I sent it to them, and they're like, I love these, you got to work for me again. They never asked me to go there in the first place. That was my
Oh,
option.
really?
Yeah, and that's how I think that's how a lot of people got to know me.
So a lot of just like bringing your friends out and being like,
pretty much,
listen,
I'll bring
pose.
my camera. Yeah, no, honestly, because then you get to meet people and everything. So just do free work. Don't be afraid to work for free at the start, because then people will see your experience and your work, and you get your name out there. So yeah, work for free first, and go to as much things as you can. Meet as many people as you can too. What else? Don't be scared. A lot of people are too afraid to go out with a camera, or lazy. Like, oh, people are going to be looking at me. I look strange. I'm doing it wrong. I'm bad. It's all work. Like, I worked every single day taking pictures, and I still do. I had a shoot yesterday. I have a shoot today before this. I have a shoot tomorrow. Multiple shoots in the day. So it's all experience. The more experience you have, the better you get.
And when it comes to the actual process, then, is the picture taking part longer, or the editing longer?
For me, the picture taking.
Okay.
I've never spent too long editing an image. I can get an image, depending on the image, I could get one done in a few seconds.
Is that because you're good at it, or is that just because you keep it minimal?
I don't think I'm good at it. I think I keep it simple. I know the basics, and I do the basics. And if I take the picture the right way, I don't need to edit that much. But definitely that's one way I need to improve. I need to focus more on editing, because I think my game will up a bit more there. But as of yet, I focus more on how the picture looks, what's in the picture, and then because of that, I can keep the editing to a minimum. So I don't think anyone needs to stress too much about that. Other advice? Don't be lazy. I said that.
For me, like, I'm starting out, right? I haven't even bought my camera yet, and I'm just the example. Now I am getting into it myself. But to me, for someone that fresh, just free work.
Yeah.
Don't be lazy, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So if you don't have a camera, that's a bit tough for.
Well, no, I'm just saying I haven't, buddy. I mean, to describe myself.
my main for you, because you don't have a camera, my main thing would be
get one.
Practice on your phone, borrow someone's, know someone who has a camera, and just go with them. Learn, save up, because you have to invest in yourself. And you don't need a good one. Start small, and as you get better, you can afford a better one, etc. But no, it's not the main point. If you learn how to use a camera, even if you don't have one, then you'll be ready when you do.
Okay.
Get yourself out there, get experience, make connections. Networking is a big part of it. Meet as many people, and when you meet them, let's say they're really big, don't act differently because they're big. Act as if they're your neighbor, just a normal person, and then they'll respect you a lot more.
Okay. And have you made a lot of friends this way as well? Like, people you aimed to network with, and then they ended up just becoming bros?
Definitely. I consider every model you see on my page.
Right.
Model, I mean, person I took a picture of.
Yeah.
Was either my friend before, or now is a friend. Every single person we've kept in touch, we met up before, whether it was for pictures or just to chill. Every single person, no matter how big they are, small they are. And I think that's the main thing, because you have to establish a relationship with who you work with. And for example, my friend Abdullah, he's 17, he's an entrepreneur, he owns a clothing company, he's written books, he does marketing for people who are 30 years old, and he's 17. He's got, I think, 16k on Instagram. So I was scared when I met him. I was like, this guy's big. And now we're really close. We hang out on the regular, same with his brother. Cully guy, he's a upcoming artist. So yeah, you got to build a good relationship, and if they like you more, they will work with you more. And in the future, you don't have to go out with them just to work. You chill, and you enjoy life a lot more. It's a lot less. It's stress free. I struggled in that one, man. Stress free, I think, because then you don't worry as much on taking a picture than having a good time, and then that's when the better pictures come out too. So
a year in, are you happy with progress?
Definitely. I can't say I'm not happy. I've been the happiest I've ever been in my life, as far as I can remember right now. Everything's going my way, and I know someday soon something's gonna happen, but I gotta be ready for that. But definitely happy with my
You
progress.
just have this inner gut feeling that something
it
can
has
go.
to. You can't have everything perfect. That's life. But I'm ready for whatever happens. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with how it's going so far. I'm proud of myself. I won't lie. I worked hard, and I feel like I deserve where I am. I deserve to go further, and that's why I'm working harder to get there. So I'm happy with where I am. I'm not settling for where I am, not at all. I just keep growing. I keep saying to myself, I will see. Dublin's very small. You have to help each other. If you're a photographer, artist,
Yeah.
it's the right thing to do too. And I always tell myself, I will help everyone around me get to number 2, but I'm gonna be number 1. I mean, because that's where I want to be. It's not
Okay.
because I'd like someone's better than me, but that's where I want to be. I want to be number 1.
It's a good mindset.
Yeah,
It's a good
I'm
mindset.
happy to help everyone around me, but I gotta stay number 1.
Okay.
In the future, obviously not number 1 right now, but I want to. And okay, by number 1, I don't literally mean the best. No one's gonna be the best, but I definitely want to be as high as I can.
I get
does it
where
make
you're coming
sense?
from. I mean,
Okay,
everything. Yeah.
It's more metaphorical than anything, but that's how I believe. But definitely, you gotta help each other. You gotta definitely help. It's Dublin.
Okay.
We love each other. It's very competitive, but it's a good competitive.
It's a very small group as well.
Very small.
No space for hate.
No, you can't hate, because that will give a bad name to you too, and you don't want that in this industry. You have a bad name, someone else will talk about it, whether it's true or not. That can be bad for you in the future. So you gotta be as nice as possible while being yourself. Be humble, be yourself, and help people, definitely.
Extra shot. Speaking of facts, you mentioned. Now I know this is just a small thing, but I picked up some enthusiasm there when it came to talking about YouTube.
Yes.
Is that something that's on the way as well? Your own one?
Yes, it is. Definitely. I think it will get my name out there more, and it's fun. It's a hobby too. Same with photography. It's a hobby that can pay in the future.
Okay, and what kind of would it be content in terms of like the process of what you do, or would it be more like vloggy kind of stuff?
At the moment, I'm not into vloggy stuff. I don't want to be walking around with a camera pointed in my face, talking to myself. Don't get me wrong. It's fine. Just
You
not for
do
me.
that anyway, but just
Just
put
not
the camera facing the other
exactly.
way.
But I'm not talking to myself by myself. That's just not something I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
I don't hate on it. I respect it. But it's not for me. So I'd rather be sitting in a nice room with my coffee, and I want to talk about what I do, what I've done, and what I'm going to do. I want to teach people. I want to inspire, and I want people to have just good time listening to me. And I think it's a good way to get my image out there, not just my name, my image. You can have your name out there, but they don't know what you're like. They just know your name.
Okay.
But to have your image out there, people know what you're like. They can approach you. They can talk to you easier. They can message you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a good way to show what you're like through video of
Okay.
yourself.
So, your work is your work,
Mm-hmm.
and then the YouTube's going to be more just your personality and
Yeah, definitely.
get the pretty face out there.
Not pretty, but definitely get
Okay.
the face out there.
Bro, it's been sick having you on.
Thank you. I'm
Definitely one
honoured.
of the most enjoyable episodes for me personally making it. Like, there's a process involved in this as well, and like when I'm conversing to someone for the first time, like you and me obviously don't know each other that well.
No, we've talked a couple of times, but nothing much.
Exactly. So for me to get to know you this well in the space of an hour, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for
Same
coming
with you,
down.
honestly. Thank you for having me. And thank you for listening, everyone. Sorry. Thank you.
We do one last question. Do you have anyone in mind that you'd like to see on this show? Say I ask people for like one person, but say in this case like maybe one photographer and then one anybody else.
Photographer wise, I've gotta say my man 5am Arts, Witness.
This is the guy that mentored you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who helped me start and has been there the whole way through. He'd be a very interesting person to talk to because he can give the other side of my story too. So it'd be interesting to see what he says and how he started. So for 5am Arts, photographer, and apart from photographer, has to be Diamond Piece. All the lads in Diamond Piece, I love them. It'd be such a great chat. All of them, definitely. George, any of them, for sure. Diamond Piece, definitely.
Okay.
They're doing bits right now.
Okay. I hear you.
George, come on, man.
Okay, so yeah, that has been me and Cathal Concannon,
Yeah, Boris
aka
Sheshkin,
Boris.
extra shot.
Extra shot. Drop your socials real quick.
Extra shot with the underscore before the X. There's no E. Underscore before the S. Concannon Creations is my video, and Cathal the Creator is my personal, which I don't focus on, but you know it's there if you want to give me a follow. So thank
Okay.
you.
No problem. Thank you for coming down.
No
Thank you
worries.
anybody who listened, and see you next week.
Peace out.